My name is Colin Keating, and I am the creator, sole writer, and the voice of the radio character you know and love, Mr. Manly. And I'm stepping out of character to welcome you to my brand new MrManly.com website. Ta-da! And today we're in my hometown of Austin, Texas. Now get this, Austin is in the middle of the worst drought since the late 1950s. What happens when I come here today? It rains. As a matter of fact, it didn't just rain, it freaking flooded. So I've got a little break in the weather right now. I had big plans for this. Big plans for this. As they say, it's all in the timing. Anyway, I want this website to be where Mr. Manly rises like a phoenix from the ashes to once again entertain you. But to do that, this website needs to be profitable. That's a real fancy way to say I need to make money off this. So take a look around. I'm starting small and I'll grow as the website does. Now let me show you a couple other things around here that I think you might find a little bit interesting. Okay, this is the house I lived in when I first created Mr. Manly, and I don't live there anymore. So I probably ought to get out of here before someone thinks I'm a creep and calls the cops. Of course I am a creep, but they wouldn't just naturally know that. I could fake it pretty good. 2 windows on the left is where my office was. Now here's something you're probably going to find rather exciting. This top floor of this building is where I first recorded the very first episode of Mr. Manly on February 4th, 1989. Now the radio station is no longer there. As a matter of fact, that radio station no longer exists. It was a classic rock station, but that's where the magic started. Yeah, I imagine someday soon they're going to be putting a national historical marker on that sucker. Yeah, they probably will. Now this is one of my favorite places on the planet Earth. This is the famous Barton Springs Pool. Over the last 35 years, I have swam here. Swam? That sucked. Now this is the famous Barton Springs Pool. Over the last 35 years, I have gone swimming here thousands of times. And I wrote hundreds of Mr. Manly episodes while reclining bankside, basking in the sun between swims. But now, it's closed due to the flood. That was a diving board ripped off by floodwaters. Normally these spring-fed waters behind me are crystal clear, a constant 69 degrees. Due to the flood, they're not clear right now. They say it's going to take about 2 weeks to get this cleaned up. Another nice thing about Barton Springs, they allow women to sunbathe topless here. And most times, that's a pretty nice sight. Other times, not so much. Well, there you have it. I hope you had a little bit of fun learning about me, about Mr. Manly, and about beautiful Austin. Now, unfortunately now, I have to drive away from Austin and go back to where I live. As the joke goes, the only bad thing about Austin is you have to drive through Texas to get here. Trust me, you get that joke if you lived here. So, starting off simply, the site's going to grow with your help, right? Right? I need a bunch of these, please. I don't know what I'm doing, as is evidenced by this videotape, but I'm going to be experimenting and trying to get Mr. Manly going up again in a different kind of medium. All right? So, excuse me while I get back into character. Hold on just a second. And from MrManly.com, this is Mr. Manly saying be manly and good day.